Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Game. We're off here to a 2 vs 2 on Senwaski Winter. Last patch here, or well, last episode before the new patch episodes go forth. Caught right here between one small patch that came out, and then of course the bigger one in basically one day, which really made things pretty tricky for me. But yeah, after this episode, new patch with lots of changes. Anyway, if you're watching here, Maximus or... oh, good lord. I mean, really, if you're going to play that angle, could you at least come up with something, you know, A, flows better, and B, makes you sound at least moderately intelligent, because that one there just makes you sound, you know, like, A, you don't know how to understand the word awesome, nor how to sort of really get the best out of, you know, the whole Roman sort of fake name. Anyways, we'll just call you Boris. Boris and Ps4 Assassin fighting here for the Soviet Union. Comrades. 4th Mechanized Corps versus here Ciez of RTN and Drunkengambit, also of RTN, fighting for the Germans. Rolling out here for the Großdeutschland. Immediately rushing here for one viewpoint. It would seem Pioneers popping into the house first, kicking the doors in, checking that any Russians waiting outside. Meanwhile, we are seeing here Drunkengambit, probably not so drunken at the moment, sort of heading towards the west. Alternating commanders, I got motor, got rifle, and shock rifle. Shocking. With shock rifle also being chosen by Boris, very shocking in fact. Elite troops, joint operations, spearhead. Jawohl. And finally, joint operations, Jäger armor, and assault support from Ciez. But back here to Assassin, looks like he is favouring the Assassin approach and is getting a bunch of snipers with silly hats on. Pioneers moving northwards, fuel points both secured here. The Germans having made a massive effort to secure the necessary fuel for their panzers. Pioneers engaging up north, Combaniers actually rushing towards the Pioneers. Rule 101 there, when it comes to engaging Pioneers, don't run up to guys with submachine guns, so not the Pioneers. That's definitely going to prove to be a very, very bad decision there by Ps4 Assassin. Meanwhile, engaging Pioneers, snipers firing away on the Grenadiers. And there we go, the engineers went down in a blaze of not quite glory. Also noting a very early fuel cache here. Even more interesting enough is where he positioned it. Not right next to his base, but sort of slightly farther away. Not entirely sure what possessed him to that particular position. Not that it's get bound to getting a fuel cache, but even then, I mean, you know, one would initially start out with the more safe points before, you know, going for the less safe points. Just saying.
Yes.
The person I was here getting some infantry, that's good. Going into a forced retreat there, so they find themselves as target practice for a bunch of irate Russians with high-powered rifles with powerful scopes on them.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Mount on a rifle, I think. Maxim taking up position there by the southern cemetery wall. Mortars arriving here for Boris. Conscripts arriving there. Noting here that Boris, by the way, has barely any infantry, relying mostly on support weapons. Always something I myself don't condone. You should always have some infantry, even a moderate amount of it, because your short hell is not going to be able to exploit much using just Maxims or mortars. Now out here, the mortar of the Germans firing. In fact, looks like both German players got a mortar out, and now the Maxim is going to be in for either a nasty surprise or a lot of fireworks, depending on how well trained the mortar groups. And looks like they're playing for already flanking, but ends up right from the MG42 here. Drunkengambit throwing a bit of a sober gambit and turning his MG42 to deal with it. Maxim holding out surprisingly well despite got 2 mortars blasting away. So mortar moving up, snipers here continue to snap away. German troops holding up things here are not having a fun day. MG42 starting the Maxim point advantage, but he's trying its best. Trying its damnedest, they're going for the cut off there. Overall, the Germans have managed to kill most of them out. I mean, this Soviet lag of infantry is really making it easy for the Germans to contain them. But at the same time, by then containing them, things are getting a bit unpleasant due to the sheer presence of support weapons and snipers.
grenades now available to all conscripts.
Like the mechanized company swiftly going up here from Drunkengambit. Snipers flanking in there. Pioneers moving up. Noting a second mortar. Oh, good lord! One hell of a hit there on the Soviet mortar. Splendid work, whoever did that one. Apparently, Boris here did not find it very amusing. And then deciding to go a bit ironic, calls it a joke. Instead of saying he might have been dissatisfied with the loss of his mortar crew. More mortar fire here. Pioneers pushed off the field while fuel points have been secured. This one's over there. So soon the Soviets will actually have the fuel advantage over their fascist opponents. Popping over here in the meanwhile to Boris. Again, noting has no infantry whatsoever. He's got some engineers with a flamethrower, but otherwise it's all support crews. Guys with, well, pre-World War I era weapons and some mortars. Meat Schützen Panzer give right support. And while the Soviets did later replace the Maxim with a slightly more impressive medium machine gun, I mean, still, it wouldn't have been sort of going around very quickly to everyone. Soon by 1944-45, there would have been units equipped with Maxims, I believe. I mean, some people do seem to be wandering on the fun idea that once something new got up, everybody got it, like, instantly. Which is not quite how logistics works, by the way. Anyways, moving up the Canadians with light machine gun, scout car, pioneers, roaring across the road, heroically far away from the enemy, or at least from the line of fire. Comrades, I'm not entirely sure if this is how Ura is supposed to work. Shut up and run, Boris! Rather poor positioning from the Maxim, catching in the middle of the road here with some machine guns. Pioneers bringing from another side. Mortar fire currently going in it. Two mortars versus not too many mortars. And there we go. German mortar went down. From the Soviet heavy mortar battery here from, medium mortar battery there from Boris. Here's another thing cutting up, trying to get off an anti-tank there at the scout car. Successfully gets it off, but doesn't quite knock it out. Drunkengambit here. Apparently a bit upset that he proceeds to lose his mortar. Or perhaps taking the piss on his opponents, who knows.
Awaiting command.
Second fuel cache up here for Boris. Still lacking in infantry, adds more fuel caches. Clearly they've got some kind of armor strategy here in mind, or stratagem. Otherwise they wouldn't be building that many fuel caches in that short amount of time. Of course, the question is, will they be able to utilize the full flushness of all those fuel caches, or whatever shall happen. And is quickly pulling up here into the cemetery, hoping they shall not be interred alongside so many Russians inside it. Ciez here, applying a bit of pressure, but overall so far it largely seems to be Drunkengambit doing most of the fighting in the center. Ciez's forces a bit everywhere else, not in the thick of it.
Combat engineers.
Going to the fuel point there again, the Germans will certainly be a bit behind on fuel, to put it mildly, at the moment, to a certain extent. Then again, maybe not. Maybe not.
The enemy has our range.
All the way, further fighting going on here.
This is our territory now.
There we go, trying to rush the mortar crew. No apologies there. Guardsmen arriving from Ps4. Pushing in there, MD42 holding up here at the outskirts, but coming in off over on Maxim, well ensconced within a slightly messed up farm building. Snipers and Guardsmen might flank this position as well. Ciez thinks to pull up soon to do something. Flampan Wagen up here by the looks of it. Ciez, Grenadiers, Panzers moving in. Large assault going to the Germans here. Clearing out, or at least trying to clear out the village centre. And there you go, Garibaldi landing straight in the middle of the Maxim. Crew doesn't do too much except leave a lot of them not too healthy, but still breathing and able to escape possibly. But then again, there we go, Panzer scored and makes a horrible much out of them, pouring more holes in them than a sieve. MD42 pushing in here, might be able to get that. Maxim the ready to flank the stock map there, well done. Sort of. Conscript charging straight into those Panzer Grenadiers, and that's an awful lot of Panzer. Oh, Panzer Squad here about to go down. Flampanzerwagen Scout car moving in. And over here to Drunkengambit. The man who might secretly be sober. 2 scout cars here, by the way, for him. One upgraded, the other one won't. And there we go, just tearing into that mortar crew. The scout car doing well in striking units, not quite well prepared for its awesome might. Certainly scout cars were sort of built for, reconnaissance behind enemy lines. Generally, those German reconnaissance doctrine had, basically the rest of the reconnaissance battalion opening up, and apparently someone played off. Oh, we're getting a T-7. Yuri, I think you just told the enemy. Oh, shit. Other way. Used for reconnaissance and have, well, I suppose a bit of harassment, generally not meant for engaging the enemy as such, but usually, they break through, do some scouting, then pull back, usually with the rest of the reconnaissance battalion, infantry and such, opening up the gaps. So there's a little fun fact there. Either way, here they're really taking it. It looks like another Maxim. Oh dear, the cursor went silly. Well, either way, Maxim here in a bit of trouble from the might of the scout car, and there we go. Good use of the scout car there. Another scout kit also upgraded. Flampanzerwagen, well, now burning as well, that's for sure. Another kind of Flammen, if you will. The notes here looks like Ciez has recruited his teammates' mortar, now has his own mortar battery. Counter the Soviet one. Looks like we've seen taking up going on here from a Drunkengambit. MG crew being pushed back, conscript companies, just lots of combat engineers in fact, tearing into the village. Send them actually cleared out snipers, trying their best to shoot through the smoke, dust and blood. Drunkengambit troops and scout cars are beginning to take a rather thorough beating. And looks like the German front line here is crumbling as the Soviets manage to push through. And there we go. Oh no! Ivan here, or Boris, was actually lying. Or perhaps realised he needs to get something else either way. A T-34-76 has arrived. And currently the Germans are a bit lacking in the blowing up T-34 department. A bit of a mistake there perhaps. Not getting any kind of anti-tank weapons. No Panzer Abwehrkanone. Ciez here a bit boldly playing for perhaps some armour. But right now there's a T-34 on the loose. And they've got nothing to stop it. Oh, well hit there from the T-34. Well hit. Scout car desperately trying to get out of there with a damaged engine. Bottom there being secured. Troops moving up here. And Panzerschrecks up a bit late. Well, there we go. The T-34 suddenly finds itself a bit inclined to go elsewhere.
Standing by.
As the rockets are found to be bad for the crew's health. Shock troops over else. It looks like Boris finally bloody well decided to get himself some infantry. About damn time. But there we go. Panzer Combined Clear arrives here for Ciez.
We are losing the sector.
Just so much whistling here from mortar rounds. Need to be careful with the proximity of your troops. You ought to know there are 2 mortar firing, and I mean, if they catch both of the squads right there, that could prove to be very embarrassing and very painful. Sort of for you, and then for your infantry sort of in that department, since you know once your men are dead, embarrassment won't really hold much for them. Nice Panzerfaust there, knocks out the T-34. Panzer 4 though hits the mine instead, has already taken quite a bit of damage there from other Soviet weaponry. Needs to pull back here with a heavily damaged engine. Quite a bit of action here. And Incendiary artillery going into the centre of the village. Field gun covering the flanks of the village. Conscripts moving in. Large assault going in there from a flank here. Nicely conducted here by Ps4. Panzers might consider falling further back. Trying to set up a defensive position on the outskirts of the village. But can they succeed as the guardsman here nicely uses the eyes here to pull a deeper flank around here. Forcing the enemy further back. There we go. A grenade going after it. Panzer 4 politely spotted. Oh! Good lord! Something definitely killed all those. Must have been a mortar, something either way. Ow! I certainly missed that one. Panthers here getting some snipers, some vengeance for all their men. And there go, blunt grenade on both mortar crews! Oh! Huzzah! Well played there. Took advantage of the fact of the close proximity of the mortar battery there to each other, killing them in a most explosive and satisfying manner. Popping out to Ciez, who's got a bunch of grenadiers, 2 mortars, Ps4 on the way, Ps4 receiving extensive repairs and additional pioneer squads. Might be anything. He's gone for Jaeger armor.
Ps4 ready.
Interesting.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Interesting. No Maxims here being recruited. It would seem mortars though are.
It's done.
More mortar fire.
Smell that? Soviet! We have it!
Ps4 moving up, firing away there on the T-34, gunning him in trouble. More mortar fire, machine gun fire. Here's the Surgeon can take a flashing of quite some proportions. Field gun moving up, he needs to be careful, he doesn't move too far ahead, there will be anything to cover it. And they're going to artillery barrage going in there, catching the ND crew, and nothing else really. I mean, only here's some telemarks going up, a bit dangerous there by Ciez so blatantly in front of his opponent. But points here being secured. He is moving up, Panzer strike going off there as well. The Ps4 on the move on top as well. Slightly now we're seeing a Storm Geschütz arriving here. Noting a T-70 here from Boris. Looks like he actually decides to go for one, just delayed a bit. Maybe it is sort of hunt down the grenadiers with its 45mm gun. Oh, mine went off, that one's flying at the squad. Heavy Panzer Corps by the way here for Drunkengambit. And Ps4 doing a splendid job here versus shock troopers trying to get poke that point, but realising they can't quite pull it off with no anti-tank weapons. And there you go, T-70 striking at any flanking troops there, able to punish Ciez for such matters. It's certainly also where the T-70 sort of in a later game might excel. Counter-harassment and such. And there go the Sturmgeschütz as G arrives here for Ciez.
Our MG-42s have arrived.
More mines going up here. Germans definitely dutiful in that department. And a Panzerkampfwagen 5 arrives for Drunkengambit. Grenadiers here doing the best to hold the centre, but already so mortar rounds are promising to make that a rather hellish experience. And the Panther looks like setting up for a smaller assault here, noting MD-42 on the ice. And the T-70 flanking in here, rather bold, but rather neatly also finds itself rather the centre of interest for a lot of German armour. Trying to get away here, for some reason having a problem, finding traction on the ice. And there we go. Finally had to give up the ghost there. Never sinks though. Never sinks. Some grenadiers here with a purloined Panzerschreck. But realising they're out in the open and they're rather easy targets there for the T-34 flame engine moving as well. Scout covers them, he's moving up support. Panther's moving in, Stu. Ps4 on the way well. I don't think it's a good idea to have the Stu lead the charge. You know, it should rather be the one moving up behind the Ps4. The Ps4 can stand to blitz in, but no. Looking a bit like a mess here. Scout cut down, Panther charges in. Snipers trying to drain the life out of the other Panzer Grenadiers. Panzers need to consider falling back as well. No, fun grenade here. And Panzer's got wiped out. Stu lost its gun up. Ps4 trying support here. Field gun trying to deal with the more threatening Panther, allowing the Stu to go away. Then they go trying to ram, but apparently doesn't quite understand that ramming happens in a straight line and ends up being a bit stuck there with an overheated engine. More field guns are arriving. Thus, oh, marked vehicles up as well. 2 field guns around. One more shot. And there we go, one hell of a hit there from the field gun, sent the Panther veering out of control as T-3045s roll in here from Ps4 Assassin. All of a sudden, the armoured fist is on the Soviet hand.
We have lost the squad.
Meanwhile, finding out here for the other fuel point, it's going more well. Ciez though still need the repairs. Panzer 4 forced to fall back here, blitzing rather rapidly. We are noting here on KV8 arriving for Boris. Germans on a bit of a pickle. Meanwhile, we're pulling back here to Ps4, who's already almost got resources for another pair. Good lord.
T-34-85 tanks are now ready for use. Use them to crush the Huns.
In fact, he also has the population to call in another pair, so I mean, really, there's no issue there. KV moving in, German centre positions are now extremely vulnerable. I mean, nothing to stop that. KV8 mines going off there, and a Grenadier squad being lit on fire.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
It looks like someone has added some artillery here. Drunkengambit, a howitzer. Fighting towards suspected Soviet positions here, where most of the defences are centred. Not bad at snipers though, continuing to let loose the hunt on the Grenadiers. And Ciez's armour is almost effective as well. Bit of quiet here, the artillery singing, shouting things, and Grenadiers here getting caught up in a rather unhealthy series of events as they come under fire. And there we go, already another pair of T-3045s are available here for Ps4. I mean, if he could call them in now, he could probably steamroll the opponent, to be honest. Or at least do a lot of damage. I mean, we don't know how well he can handle that many tanks, but even then, I mean, it would certainly seem a bit silly to me not to get that many T-3045s out. I mean, the only thing they have to stop them is a single Panzer IV the Stug, and they would certainly struggle with that large numbers. I mean, right here, an assault through here would definitely be able to do a lot of damage to the Germans with that. I suppose he could be aware, but even then, why doesn't he get more of them as soon as possible? More incendiary artillery going on here. Some Grenadiers trying to sneak around on the outskirts of the village, being promptly pushed out. And looks like a Panzerwerfer is out for Drunkengambit. Not entirely sure that's what we need. But we'll see. KV8 sneaking south. Could be caught here by the Stug and the Panzer IV. But here in attempt for the fuel point is resulting in an awful lot of artillery shells. And there you go, KV8 getting caught here by the Stug and the Panzer IV. KV8 is taking an awful lot of damage there. If the Panzer IV can penetrate, he could gain veterans 2 right there. It is moving up. And looks like the KV8 is about to go down, about to go down. So I thought. There we go. Veterans who won for this jump issued second Panzer IV for Ciez. They might now actually have more armour, sort of, probably resist a larger force of T-3045s, but still, Ps4 is not aiming for them. He's not getting it. He's in fact beginning to float the resources of quite a large character. Which I'd always deemed as being not very good here. Troops getting smashed to bits. Combi Ps4 though taken out with a nice fire grenade. Grenadiers need to fall back here. There's nothing they can do in the face of 2 Soviet T-35s, and there we go, wiped out. Not so well done there, but there we go. German armoured force on the move. I mean, right now they could actually take out those T-3045s before there's anything done. It looks like, oh, both snipers went down, I imagine. Panzer IV for some reason pulling back here without support with this. T-35 moving, still not getting more, still not getting more. What are you thinking here, Ps4? And it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation, the Germans are definitely on the back foot here. They do have some armour now, thanks to Ciez's efforts, and they also do have some artillery here, thanks to Drunkengambit's, perhaps by now, slightly drunken efforts. Since he's got no armour and very little infantry to already provide support, meaning that Ciez really has to do most of the fighting, which can easily turn out to be a problem if things go slightly wrong, in which case they'll quickly be pushed off the field. So Drunkengambit needs to build a force, and he needs to build it now. He needs to be able to provide Ciez with some more direct support rather than just, you know, artillery, because again, artillery is great for sort of multiplying your force, but it can't push alone. So, I mean, he really needs to get something as well, sort of apply some pressure as well. Otherwise, again, the two players will basically bottle in Ciez if they know what they're doing. So that's something to keep in mind here. For the Soviets, I mean, again, stop floating resources. Get those tanks out. Again, you can easily get T-35s, then push up here and do a lot of damage. I mean, even with this amount, you could still end up doing a lot of damage with those T-35s and marked vehicles. So why on earth he's not doing this is beyond my understanding. My best guess would be, you know, he's afraid of having to handle that many tanks, but at the same time, when you have that many tanks, I mean, you can just bludgeon your way through for the larger part, and particularly since they don't really have any sort of real kill zone set up. I mean, they don't have a lot of packs or panzerx in one place. We've got these tanks, and they can be outmaneuvered to a large extent here, and have marked vehicle use against us. So again, there's really a chance if a Ps4 sort of get a quick local advantage and then crush the armoured reserves here that the CoH2 Deutschland has amounted to here so far. So again, that really ought to be a main priority for the Soviets. For Maximus, I mean, he could probably be setting himself up for an IS-2 anytime soon. On the other hand, I mean, he might be noticing here there's quite a bit of difference. He's barely got any troops against support weapons, all that really don't count well in the long run. You need infantry, and he's very lacking in infantry, so he needs to get some bloody infantry out, either some conscripts or something, but just get some more infantry out. Otherwise, I mean, things are not going to look good for you in the longer run. That's really what needs to be done. And again, for the Germans, I mean, Drunkengambit, get some more troops on the field. He's also floating resource. I mean, get some troops out. Get some boots on the ground. You can't expect Ciez to keep pulling everything, otherwise he's just going to get ground down. Get an officer out as well while you are at it. And for Ciez, I mean, you know, some spotting scopes for the Stug could be nice. And he's got Jäger armor, of course. I mean, otherwise, you know, just keep up the pressure. Now the Stug, he's always got infantry, so he just needs to sort of keep it properly supported. And over, he's actually got a nice combined arms suite. He's probably the only one with a sort of nice suite of combined arms so far. We're back here to Boris, back to the fight. T-34 taking going to find them. Go best for the Ps4. Increasing armor. Field guns firing. T-35 pulling back here. Still floating out of resources. Come on. Lots of Panzerwehrers flying through.
We have incoming!
We're taking infantry fire!
Ps4 receiving repairs.
We're under attack!
Also, demo charge here, which did not go off, interestingly enough.
Taking command! All units
Michigan
are
charge here
here.
to get a bit of a squad wipe, and there we go. Finally getting some more infantry now that he has been rather heavily crippled. It's a bit too late again. The heavy amount of support weapons and such he had rather left him open to, well, till you know, looks like the snipers didn't go down. He spawned in. Either way, again, have infantry, don't just have support weapons. Both T-35s are ready to move again, having conducted some swift stealth repairs.
Awaiting command!
Panzerwerfer moving up. And the opponent noting that both mortars are on counter battery fire, interestingly enough. More Panzerwerfer fire here, doing a nice job there on the remaining Soviet mortar. Gunnies moving up, looks like they'll try and get off a Panzerwerfer. A bit of a risky job there by Ciez. Almost assault to the squad getting wiped out, but still managed to damage the Indian 1 T-35.
Capturing supply sector.
Seems to be quite a bit of pressure here. Still no sign of it from T-35. Still fully crediting the resources. Come on, Ps4. Make an effort. Maximize the pressure from the outskirts of the village. Grenades going off the structures push forward. No attempt at a smoke grenade to actually cover up from the enemy MG42. Bit of a silly mistake there, I think. Got to make things a lot bloody easier for them. And there goes to German MG42. This point could be secure as well. Looks like these tanks are not receiving repairs here. They could. And again, he's got tons of munitions from that. He's got tons of resources here. He's refusing to use them. It's really bad, in particular today. Again, he could probably apply some more pressure while his teammate again is basically lagging behind. Never mind that having that many tanks standing back doing nothing is also a waste of resources, which is not really what is needed now. Ps4 to do though, doing what they can against his own infantry, shattering what remains of Boris' troops. Rapidly pulling back there. Point there being allowed to be secured nicely there by Drunkengambit. No interference there from the T-3045s. Still not calling in anymore. And there we go, rolling through the village streets.
Our unit count is increasing.
It looks like Boris here set up for an IS-2. So now the search will have their bit of armour. But at the same time looks like Drunkengambit has acquired himself another Panther. Going to use here nicely conducting the assault by clearing up the right hand point.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And Kanski's force retreat quite the gauntlet here of several Panther forces with a large assortment of machine guns. T-34 moving out to deal with Grenadiers, picking another Panther by the looks of it.
Attempting to capture our territory.
Grenadiers picking control, Panther moving in, IS-2. In there, no flank coverage, no support from the T-3045s. He's still not calling anymore, he's flooding even more resources. Come on, you bastard. They really can't be that silly. And there you go, so I'm pushing through there. Looks like a target recon went off down the IS-2, allowing the Panther force and the Duke to far away. Panther flanking in as well. Panther though down to half health, field gun flanking in there. T-34 needs to move in as well. IS-2 trying to get away but taking heavy damage. And Pioneers are clearing up the field gun. Excellent job there. And there we go. IS-2 kaboom.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Well, looks like the Panther will successfully escape. Maybe not. T-3045 moves up. Can he get the Panther? There we go. Panther kaput. T-34 needs to pull back. Target weak point, good job there, allowing an extra chance there to get him, but the wreck of the Chief of Panther is actually blocking there. So that could actually allow. Oh, Ps4 went down there. Rather close call instead of going in for some reason right around here. It looks like he's trying to get the stew. Ps4 moving in the other T-34, desperately getting out there, still not calling in anymore. Come on. Ps4. Drunkengambit there, rather short on units still. Again, leaving Ciez to do most of the fighting, just like Boris is leaving Ps4 to do most of the fighting. But large hill barrels there, catching a lot of solid infantry in the middle of everything, nicely laid down. It looks like it will escape. Almost get the T-34 there and 85 in the process. But Field Gun here covering the pursuit. Forcing Ciez to pull back, he's heavily beaten up armor though at the same time. There we go. There we go. Finally he calls in another pair of T-3045s. Christ almighty, took him long enough. Big guns are being sorted out by the T-3045s and 85mm guns. Stu going to be in some dire repairs at the same time. Very close to victory and a much higher rate of fire.
Light artillery barrage at your command. A squad of pioneers has arrived.
Another swift barrage there. The howitzer continuing to fire away. Panzerwerfer rumbling as well. Still no sign of the officer. Kein Officer. The negative 34 dealing with the grenadiers, but again risking Panzerfaust. Ps4 keeps driving too close to the grenadiers when he starts demanding getting Panzerfaust. I'm not entirely sure what the thought is behind that. All to be careful about climbing up the troops that close into the village centre when you know there's artillery going in. That's not going to be a happy ending for your men. Of course, now it's got an excuse for having that many resources floated about to a certain extent because, you know, almost a full pop cap, but still, he didn't have previously.
300 points remaining.
Both T-34 fires once more being repaired here. In fact, he's just run out of munitions to repair, keep repairing them. On their own, there is. He could consider some munitions caches then to further feed that ability. T-34 bombarding Germany trying to cross the ice, and there goes Stoops moving up to assault guns. Firing away the T-35 taking control of the damage field gun. Unable to cover, in fact, allowing the Stoops to advance out, getting up behind some structures where the field gun can't fire through. Close there to getting one T-35 and getting veterans in the process. One more shot. Except the maximum seems to be catching the attention instead. And there you go, Panzer IV rolling up still. With a third Panzer arriving for Drunkengambit. Let's see if this one lasts longer. And actually two for the howitzer. Oh, finally the empty charge going off there, killing one of Drunkengambit's few remaining infantry squads. That's going to hurt. Meanwhile, Ciez seems to be stalling a bit here, not entirely sure why. And Ps4 here might want to coordinate all of his T-30-45s into a larger group, rather than splitting them. Ultimately, he has to sort of handle them separately. This can be a bit dangerous considering the concentration. Close to it, most efforts to preserve them like that. Get the other one up moving, get the other one, don't send them in one at a time. Ah, Scheisse. Get the other one up as well. Mark, no, can't use marked vehicles, he doesn't have the munitions for it. Just getting all of them up there, you might be able to take out the Panther. There we go, victory to increasing rate of fire. There you go, Panther being rapidly forced away. Germany's getting punished heavily. Oh yeah, stopping up right in front of him. You're seeing the Stoops moving up here. Ps4's armoured force. There we go, 1 T-35 caught up. He needs to quickly move up something to cover here, but he's got nothing. The veteran German armoured force pushing through here. One field gun covering. Tracking is up, that's good. Panther will forced away, but the Stoops still continue their merciless hunt. Oh no, mine looks like the field gun fired a warning shot there, convincing the Stoop driver to pull back a bit. Still heavy armoured losses there, but of course quickly able to call in another pair now. And another IS-2 here for Boris. Quite a bit of armour here for the Soviets, but can they utilise it in a manner that can quickly send the Germans reeling? And there we go, large armoured assault going in here from Ps4. But if you coming up farther, Stoop, field gun moving up, other Stoop moving up there. Might want to try to stay less obvious route there sometimes. And there you go, 1 T-35 already proved up. Stoop's definitely now laying down the murderers, trying to put together that veterancy fleet Stoop. Do not underestimate the might of a veteran Sturmgeschütz. Holding up things there. Interesting enough, he's not trying to say get up some scopes for them to increase the range. When increase the visual range, those guys do marching through the centre. Ciez's troops there are not up for the task of holding up against all that. Except the IS-2 can't seem to hit for some reason. On and wasteman engages on here, grenades being overwhelmed by shock troopers. Taking a few women with them, but they might end up giving their lives to the pros. And there we go, fully squat wiped out. Another Panther on the way for Ciez. Sturmgeschütz continuing to lay down murders. Fire, and there we go. T-34's one for combat ready. Looks like they might be able to get the IS-2 right there. see if we can get off the target weak point with this Duke and force it up. We're exposed. Will that happen? No, looks like the escape. Ciez not confident enough to push into here, knowing there might be some more veteran field guns ready to tear through the armour that was made from paper. Ps4 arriving still. Ciez got a large infantry force. We're also seeing here slight regains. Wait, the north. Still, Drunkengambit could do with more infantry as well. Ciez though definitely having the larger armoured force here. Of the two German players, even of the Soviet players. To a certain extent, and certainly also the more veteran armoured force. With that veterancy fleet skirmishers, which really ought to become a priority for the Soviets to knock out, since that veterancy fleet really allows it a devastating rate of fire. He's about to get counter from the Maxim. There you go. Shock troopers in a lot of trouble from the Ps4. T-34 recovering this centre, laying down volleys of 85 million of icebergs and fire as they can. Ps4 gets 2-1. Counterattack going in a large counterattack straight into the line of fire of the Panther. Things are getting rather vicious now. IS-2 bomber is not repaired. Looks like now they've got anything to repair it with. And there goes Duke moving in, but getting right there, opening up the flanks of the T-35. There we go. Immediately tagged down the veteran 2 T-35, which was rather left on the flank here. And there goes target weak point going off of both tanks. Sadly, the Dukes don't quite pursue it. There we go. One T-35 ready to go down, the other one. There we go. Nice use of target weak point there. Nice use of assault guns. Ps4 could outmaneuver the field gun while the Dukes deal with the IS-2. And there goes exposing the rear. He should have pulled back, reverse, and there we go. Another veteran. More shots. So definitely things are getting rather uncomfortable here for the Soviets. Armoured losses are rapidly increasing here now all of a sudden. Ps4's inability to sort of take advantage of what he had, and rather give the Germans time to get the upper hand. They've got another veteran 2 Ps4 as well. Ciez's force is rapidly growing in veterancy and lethality. And of course, cool factor. Panther though having a bit of trouble here, but overall not a lot to really split. And there you go, another pair of T-35. So many keep rolling in. Looks like the field gun here using the tracking. Nice T-35 moves in. There we go. Panther down, but as all of this is happening, field gun really gets cleared out. There we go. T-35 running from the 2 Ps4. Other T-35 needs to get back and to deal with the Ps4. Although, of course, they tell me now to be careful they don't get too close. Of course, it's doomed. Could easily be setting up here to ambush the T-35 as they move in. Ciez definitely looks there to be ready to react and save the Ps4s. With a few devastating shots there from these skirmishers. Coming back here to Ps4. Panzerwerfers keep on werfen. Die Raketen. Still 4 T-35s, but sadly never seem to quite be able to do much with them by now. Still, Chesapeake Cavalry doesn't get too overconfident here with his Dukes. I mean, losing those would be a huge loss, in particular if Ps4 retains most of his armour. Duke there taking out to exposing its rear. That was a bit reckless there by Ciez, to be honest. Another Panther ready here for Drunkengambit. He keeps losing them, it seems. Ciez overall making it better use of his armour. Guard squad down here. There goes T-34 charging straight into the village center field gun, setting up here. Barely crewed. He really should try and flank them. And there go ramming. He's trying to ram. Crushing through so many Russian or German infantrymen, murdering them in a fury to murder some other things. Instead getting knocked out there. The other T-34's not following up, sadly.
The enemy has destroyed
Senator going, looks like he might be able to get one Stu, but no. Getting caught here between a lot of German armour. And he does knock it out. He tries to get a Panzer IV step, but he doesn't aim for the Stu.
Another vehicle has been lost in the defense of Obradina.
And in fact, Ps4 has got nothing left but a single T-3045. In fact, he has got nothing left now.
We have lost one of our armored
Everything
vehicles.
he had is dead or on fire.
Units awaiting orders.
Now calling in more guards, infantry, unit preservation seems to be rapidly dropping. Leaving behind only Boris to hold things up, and Boris has already shown his maps. Known to amazing art, then looks like a KB8 arrives there. They still got the victory points advantage, but that's about it. Guns holding up here, more Panzerwerfing.
Infantry squads can now be called to fight for the motherland.
Immediately repairing the Stuke here, which could quickly return to the fight, and add its awesome firepower once more to the service of the fatherland. But Christ, this village has just been leveled.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
There's basically like one building here, and a few buildings on the outskirts sort of holding up. Everything else has basically been shattered.
Supply lines have been cut.
And looks like Maximus, or Boris is, planning something on the far flanks. Probably going to sneak in a KV-8 and do a lot of damage to the base. In a sort of last desperate effort. But overall not much left really for the Soviets, speeding things up a bit.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
I mean, this is largely GG.
Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
Not sure why he's taking this path. In fact, revealing himself even faster.
We are losing supplies to the enemy. Guards! Stay to ground! We must protect our
Looks like he's
HQ.
hoping to get that howitzer, but he's not going to be able to destroy it, only burn the crew. Which is not necessarily going to cut it for very long.
Troops are standing by.
Got the field gun crew, I suppose, two bolts moving up. KV-8 still burning, there go, got the howitzer crew. Taking a lot of hits, then there go, actually gets abandoned. And over here too, Boris. GG. What a joke, I think he's being silly there. Not very nice though, admittedly. And Boris, well, you know, could not talk about having a bit too much courage there. Either way, this is pretty much game over, just a beat down here.
We are down to 100 points. The enemy
Lots
has
of
killed
rockets
another
going down.
infantry squad.
And there you go.
Supply
Field gun
sector
crew
under
wiped
attack.
out.
You are showing weakness.
Another
We are down to
KV-8.
75 points.
Looks like he's subbing for another pair of T-35 maybe? No? Oh, way too late for that.
Shock troops can now be used to crush the enemy. A mere 50 points remain before our defeat. Damaged.
And a German KV-8 there on the move.
They die like gnats. Bastards.
And there we go, the other one went down rather rapidly.
KV-8 flamethrower tanks.
Also, I think I packed 43 actually.
The enemy is attacking our HQ.
Oh, Starknik there moving in.
We have an isolated sector. The T-gun is ready for combat.
And there we go, game over. A bit of a brutal fight. Some nice action, but also a few silly, rather silly decisions. In particular, the floating of resources here by Mr. Ps4. Again, it made no sense. I mean, had he had those T-34-85s much early on, he could have done a lot more damage and they might have a much better chance of winning. Instead, he held back a lot of resources, held back a lot of effort, leaving most of the work here to Boris, who really couldn't do it because he only had support weapons, which was another, again, those large mistakes there. Again, get some infantry, don't just rely on support weapons, you leave yourself extremely vulnerable. Also leaves the other guys to have to carry most of the weight, which again is also rather dangerous. So that was a definite issue there. Germans did better, they had some more balanced forces, though Ciez definitely managed the most balanced one overall, and he also performed the best. Probably also ended up, yes indeed, doing the most damage, though Drunkengambit was a close second. Again, noting here, in terms of damage done, I mean, Ps4 was a bit ahead, and Maximus also, or Boris there again, definitely not really performing well there. So I mean, there were some issues really definitely on how the Soviets had their force composed, resource floating, and even then when he had all those tanks, he rather tend to sort of, particularly once the Stooks got veterans, he should have been opting more to try and flank them instead of just trying to barge at them, because then when they're high rate of fire, they can really do a lot of damage to your armor before they even get close. I mean, a Stook here can, veterans 3 can almost fire, I think, like every 2 seconds. That's a high rate of fire. It's the same thing, I think actually the only thing that can beat that is an Ps5 or an Ps76 in terms of rate of fire on things against vehicles, but the Stook there is a rather close third. So that's actually something you have to be very mindful of. You cannot attack them head on. If you do, that's going to end in tears, as we saw here with the T-35s. They simply got rapidly wiped out, and in particular, of course, then Ciez also used target weak point, another great ability use there, basically sort of allowing them easier chance there to wipe them out. Also good use of his other tanks there. Nice combination with their Ps4 and Stooks, giving him a nice all-rounded armoured force as well. Drunkengambit ended up losing a lot of Panthers without doing a lot with them. That was a bit of a shame there. You might want to then to at least try a Storm Panzer 4 or something else. No offs either, was a bit sad. Also a bit surprised here that he went Guards Motor but never bothered with a single Guards Heavy Motor. So there was a few things there as well. But overall, interesting fight. Last one here before the next patch. Of course, feel free to send me in a ton of replays for some of the new goodies there. This is Imperial Dane signing off and saying cheers.